Hi, fifth graders. I wanted to make this introduction video for you about how we're going to be building models this week and talk to you a little bit about what we know about models and what we've talked about in school so far. So we had a conversation about models that you may have already started to build throughout your time at Peck Slip. In third grade, you guys built models of the Brooklyn Bridge. Obviously, the model you built was smaller scale than the actual bridge itself. I think some of you might have built Lenape longhouses, which is also a smaller scale representation of what the longhouses would have looked like. You've drawn maps of New Amsterdam, thinking about what New Amsterdam looked like at the time and how it looks today. So that's a model of what our city looks like. In science, we had 3 different pastas. If you can remember, we had 3 pasta shapes that all represented 3 different substances. We had one that looked kind of like rice, we had a macaroni, and a penne. And even though they were all similar in some ways, they all represented 3 different substances, right, on their own. At the end, when we mixed them all together, they formed a mixture. And that was a model that we used to show the difference between substances on their own and mixtures. Your job this week is to create a model of substances and mixtures. You don't have to do just 2. You can do, 2, 3, 4 substances if you want. You can do a drawing. You can do a sculpture. You can use household items, anything you want to make a model showing the difference between substances on their own and mixtures will be great. If you can take a picture of it, that would be where you're going to upload to where it has an attachment on Google Classroom. And then the explanation of it should be about 4 or 5 sentences talking about how you would explain to somebody your model, showing that this is a substance and this is the mixture. So I'm going to show you what I'm working on and the model that I've created. So, let's see if I can switch. Okay, so here I have 5 red dice. See that? Substance number 1. And over here I have probably 20 white tiles from a game. This is my substance number 2. So the first thing that you're probably noticing is that I have way more of these white tiles than I do of my 5 red dice. And that's totally okay, right? We know that sometimes if we have a mixture, there's more of one substance than another. In the mixtures we looked at in our classrooms, I added vinegar to flour in one of the mixtures. There was probably about a quarter of the amount of vinegar as there was flour in the mixture. So it's okay for mixtures to not be completely even in the amount of substance that you put in. So I want to be very clear, it doesn't have to be equal. Okay, so now I'm going to make my mixture. I'm building a model. Trying to build a model by putting all of these in one area and kind of showing that they're incorporated. So that's one way you can model substances and mixtures at home. And I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with and post on Google Classroom. Email me if you have a question, and otherwise I will see you very soon.